According to the Executive Director for Food Rights Alliance, Agnes Chirabo, the food crisis in Uganda has been worsened by the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the drought and the collapse of the livelihood options, making it approximately 50% of the total population under food deprivation.
Truth be said that hunger is roaming around the country. We have no doubt about that. And people have reduced the frequency of the meals that they are eating. And it's unfortunate that that reduction is also happening to children. The aftermath of COVID-19 and the collapse of the livelihood options and the drought, we are in a worse situation than that. So for us as civil society, we count that we are almost approaching 50% of the total population in this country sleeping without an adequate meal or even an adequate meal yesterday.
Speaking to the media during the launch of this year's World Food Day at Uganda Media Center in Kampala, Agnes revealed that the northern parts of Uganda, especially Karamoja sub-region, has been the most affected by physical hunger.
Physical hunger varies from region to region. Of course, the northeastern part of the country, Karamoja inclusive, it is worse than what is happening in other countries. It is worse in the urban areas because their food security is through the market. So when their businesses collapse with the high levels of unemployment, you cannot tell the amount of hunger that is happening in the urban areas. This invisible hunger in Uganda is another going concern because we are talking about on average 25% of all children under 5 stunted.
When asked on government's position on the situation in Karamoja, the Minister of State for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Fred Bwino Chakulaga, said that government has designed 3 major responses to overcome the crisis.
The government has enough resources to distribute adequate food for that purpose, immediate and emergency food distribution. We had to come up with another measure that is more sustainable, and this is the distribution of early maturing crop seeds. The third category of intervention are those interventions that will create resilience in Karamoja.
The minister also assured Ugandans of stability in prices of food, saying this has resulted from high costs of importation and production caused by high fuel prices.
As you are aware, these are imported shocks, but of recent I have seen the prices of fuel going down, and I believe that that trend will also be reflected on the side of food.
On 16th of October 2022, Uganda will join the rest of the world in commemorating the World Food Day, and officials from the World Food Programme have shed a light on this day.
We live in tough times. We've experienced COVID-19, and Uganda is now facing the threat of the Ebola virus disease. Such challenges are combining with climate shocks and rising food and fuel prices and other factors to create a perfect storm that's really threatening the most vulnerable. We need to do more to build resilience, strengthen early warning systems, simplify and disseminate information on shocks.
The theme for this year is highly appropriate. We need better production to ensure sustainable consumption, sustainable production pattern, but also for the agriculture sector to be more efficient, supplying the food resources that we need for everyone.